Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel, or if you're just joining in, either way, thank you for watching. Um, so, if you look here, this gap, it's fine you'll be able to get a nut in there right now. However, once you get driving through a ditch or something and that goes to pivot, there's no longer a gap there. There's no room for a nut. So we were just thinking maybe we just get one right length and cut it off there. Cut it off and then weld it to it, and if we ever had to take it out, it would be a grind off situation. But I slept on it last night and I got an idea. I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so this is my plan. Kind of taking a trick out of Alice Chalmers' book here. I'm thinking last night about the way that the drawbars are held in. The pin for the drawbar is held in on the 7060s, or the 7000 series tractors. Basically the pin goes up, and then there's a bracket that goes in, and then a bolt
This is cleaner.
that goes into the bracket. Alright, so here's my plan, guys. Kind of taking a book, or a trick out of Alice Chalmers' book. Got to thinking last night about how the pin that holds the drawbar in on the 7000 series Alice tractors are. It's just a pin that goes up in through a hole, and then there's another bracket that goes up against it with a bolt that comes up on the side that just holds the pin up in there. Thought that ought to be simple enough. So I've got this, which is an old Alice bolt. I can't quite remember what this came off of, like an old plow or something that we took parts. Not exactly sure, but it's an Alice bolt. So I'm just going to get the length. The reason I wanted this is because it doesn't have threads up all the way, so I got a nice smooth. I'm just going to get the length of it here. Or not. Oh. Oh, you know what? That bolt's got a little bit of a bend to it right there. Now let me go grab my micrometer quick. We'll do it the fancy way then. Story about my micrometer. I've been going to auctions. Big part of my life. I used to go with my mom when I was a kid to a lot of auctions, and saved my money up to go to this auction. All of my snow shoveling money and just different things that kids did back then that they don't do now to make money. But anyway, saved up my money and went to the auction with Mom. Wanted to buy something cool, and this was what I ended up getting. And I think I paid like $45 for it. Some old man was trying to get it, and he was so mad at me that I kept bidding for it. And, every time I use it, I think about that, because I was, I don't know, 11 years old when I bought this, and I just wanted it because I wanted to be able to teach myself how to read the thing. I always thought that they were neat. And I just feel like if I put myself in his shoes, I don't think I would have ran that kid up so high. I think I just would have let him get it. But that's just me. But anyways, this is where I'm at here. So I need my bolt to be this long. I want it to be just the right size there. By the way, I can still read it. This is, think about it for a second. That'd be 3 in about 9/32. Right? Look at that. Anyways, so there's that. Still can't find my grease pencils. And you're probably looking at me going, where is your pencil? I don't know. I actually went to the store the other day and was going to get some more of them. Think I could find them? No. It's like low gas prices, they don't exist anymore, I guess. I'll have to go to an art store or something to get them probably. So I'm going to cut this off and I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so this is cut off and cleaned up. I got two edges there ground down. First I'm going to start by welding these two together. I could probably get away with using one, but overbuilt's always better than underbuilt, right? So, like I said, I'm going to weld this together. I'm going to try to cut a notch. Basically going to fit the contours of that. Like so. And we're going to weld that on there. There it is. That's drilled out and threaded into that. Pretty simple. A couple of things I had laying around the shop. Got that pretty flush too. Got everything ground down where I'm going to be welding. Got a nice edge in there so I can get a nice big area, or nice big surface area of weld. All the way down the sides, and then there'll be another one in here. So I got to do a little bit of grinding on the frame yet, and then I'll get you guys set up over there for some more time-lapse welding. Alright, this is where it lives. You notice that it is not quite straight, and that's just the way it is. I should have measured that. I didn't account for this, but I'm only human. Should have had that a little crooked, but it'll be quite alright. Like I said, it doesn't look perfect, but it's my job to make it look good, right? It's going to involve a lot of grinding. Probably about a half a roll of wire here. That's a heck of a bridge, but yeah, you're not going to be able to get down in there and get a good enough bead. This is going to have to be bridged together. So I got an edge there, just kind of goes down so that it's a nice, once I get it, it'll be a nice flow, I hope, in theory. Still got an extra spool of wire for the welder, so that's what I'm up to. I'm gonna go eat lunch first though. Be right back. Alright. So my belly's full. Feeling more like myself, like I don't need a Snickers anymore. I got the super case out. I haven't used this since I put it inside of my combine. Something that I didn't even notice, it's got buttons on it. They're like metal buttons. I didn't even notice that when I used it before. But anyway, I'm going to try to get you guys right up close and personal with that. see if I can ruin the screen on the protective cover. We'll see. So here we go. Alright, just bring out a time lapse really quick. You guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of filling in my gap, one bead at a time. So I'm just going to continue doing that. Bring it back over here. Camera 2. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let this cool for a little while. I probably went a little bit longer than I should have. You can see the paint smoking on it. It smells just beautiful too, by the way, guys. Love the smell of burning paint in the evening. But anyway, one nasty looking wire welder bridge. Up here I didn't get down as far as I wanted to, but I'm adding so much metal to that because I want to be able to grind that. I want to be able to grind it and make it look, you know, like take that ridge, kind of make that ridge just nice and smooth. So that's all. And plus I don't want it to break. Down in there, that's looking pretty good, right? There. Come on, focus. Focus. Right here. My wire welder decided it was going to start shooting at 100 miles an hour again. I kind of got it filled back up and filled in there, but you can see there's two little holes right there that I'm pretty sure are going to be deeper than I want them to be. But there'll be enough weld there. Should be fine. But like I said, it's going to take a good amount of grinding. So I'm going to let this cool off and continue after it. Oh, also letting my welder cool off because I probably was welding long enough for it. I forget what it says, but I think you're only supposed to weld for like 5 minutes and then let it cool off for 15 minutes or something. So, and it does, it'll start acting funny if you weld for too long. So funnier than it normally does with the wire feed. It just won't, just like it's not burning in quite right anymore. It is what it is. So, like I said, I'm going to shut up, quit looking at these awful looking welds, and wait for it to cool. Alright, that probably sounded a little funny because you guys are inside of this case. Probably makes a funny noise. I figured I'd get you guys a little bit of non-time lapse welding here. So here we go. Maybe. Huh. kind of lit on fire. Almost. Felt like it was. What got on there, but something. Well, I think that'll somehow it's continuing to lay the speed is still right there. Usually you gotta stop. Look at that. Wow. I'm surprised that it just filled that gap like that. I didn't have to stop 5 times. This little wire sucks. I really need to start thinking about getting a bigger welder, something that runs a little bit better. 035. So you guys see what I'm up to anyway. I'm just gonna keep on going after it here. I'll bring you back when I'm done. I don't know, it might be a half an hour before I'm done with it because I'm going to have to stop and let it cool off a few times. So, bring it back when I'm done before I grind it off. You guys can see how ugly my welds are. Okay, there it is. Lay it on there nice and thick and bubble gum, and you know, as much bubble gum as I could put on there. Like I said, could have made that look a lot better with some bigger wire. Should say welder that would accept bigger wire. But this is what I got, and there's no reason that it's not going to work. Let's see what it looks like when I get done grinding. There it is. Couldn't get all of the gaps out up there. I didn't want to take too much steel out of it. I don't know, I could fill them in, grind it down if I wanted to, but I just don't know if I really care about it that much. Who knows, I might feel different about it tomorrow. I can't get the grinder in there to grind back there. So that's annoying me as well. I'll probably end up doing some more with it, making it look more like this side, you know, one piece of steel. But that's it. Doesn't look too bad, especially from back here. Yeah, them holes are gonna drive me crazy though. I'll probably end up filling them in, grinding them down. But this is probably where we're gonna leave this one tonight.
You gotta find that spot to start.
I appreciate you guys watching, and hope to catch you on the next one.
Future tractor puller says that she knows how to work on cars, but not tractors.
Is that what she just told you?
She says that Uncle Mike teaches her how to work on cars, but nobody teaches her how to work on tractors. Oh, not Uncle. Not Uncle. Just Mike.
Mm.
But it's almost like
So why don't you come out here and work?